Should I tell them to subscribe before I say what I do? This is so out of my comfort zone, but I am passionate about this. So I really want to do this for you guys and for me, honestly, because it helps me live healthier, because I want to show that to my people, you know. Where do I start? I'm Anna. I'm Swedish. I've been a model for probably like 17 years. I feel like I've started getting period pain at 13. It felt like everyone else was fine, but I was always in pain during my cycle, and people just told me it was normal, you know? They just said, oh, that's just what it's like to have period pains. So I remember being at home, like at 14, I couldn't go to school because I was in so much pain, and my mom would put me in the shower and I would sit with hot water on my belly, and that would like give me some relief. Didn't think much of it, and then I think I was 16 when they put me on the pill to try to control the pain, whatever. And that's when I started getting severe panic attacks. Like, so bad I couldn't go to high school. Was it high school? Do you go to high school when you're 17? Yeah. So I actually had to complete my studies from home, the final semester I had.
Did they know you had endometriosis at this point?
No, like no one said anything. So yeah, just living with pain for years and years and years. No, everyone said it was just a normal thing. Manuel, I moved to Spain when I was 17 and decided to do a year there of studies at a Swedish high school because I was so depressed in Sweden. I figured I wanted to drop out of school, and my mom and dad kind of told me, what if you go to Spain for the last year or the second year of high school? And I was like, fine, I'll stay in school if I get to go somewhere else. And that's where I was discovered as a model. So I ended up going to Barcelona after that year of high school, and I dropped out and decided to just like pursue this career in modeling. I was kind of the girl that always was sick. Even my agents would be like, oh yeah, Anna, she's never well, like her stomach always hurts, and they would kind of like put me down because I wasn't feeling good. Still had no idea it was like endo. My career took off. I didn't think much of it, and then I went to Italy and I was living there, and I remember not feeling good for a long time, and I actually went to Abu Dhabi, and then on the night that I came back, I got such bad pains in my stomach, I thought I was gonna die. I was rushed to the hospital, and that's when Monroe, this is like an intense story, honey. And that's where I was told that I had something called endometriosis. So they rushed me into like gynecology ultrasound, and they said I had a cyst the size of this, and they found like a bunch of fluids inside of me. So they said what hurt was probably a cyst bursting, and my ovaries were kind of twisted, and it was honestly like a death sentence to me because I had no idea. I thought, what is this, like, am I gonna die? Do I have cancer? Like, what is this? You know, no one ever mentioned this sickness. I freaked out. They told me I need surgery, but I was in Italy, so I didn't want to have surgery there without my family, so I just asked permission to fly home to Sweden, and then I was rushed to the hospital there, and they said we should just wait and see. Maybe it's just something called a chocolate cyst. And they did nothing.
And since then, how many surgeries have you had?
4. And like it got progressively worse, and I decided to move to Australia. And when I was there, I was rushed to the ER like so many times with burst cysts that I finally had enough, and I just sought endometriosis specialist. And he took one look at my ultrasound and said, you have endo, we need to have surgery like ASAP. That's where all these scars are from. They're so minimal because the doctors I've chosen are so great. But yeah, it's like inside my belly. So when I did my first surgery, he thought it was gonna be a quick 45-minute cleanup. Ended up being under the knife for 6 hours. And I woke up and the doctor immediately came and told me he has never seen a worse case of endometriosis, someone my age, because I was only 23. And he said, we need to put you on this treatment right now, like a hormone treatment to shrink some of the growths, because it's so bad on your colon and your liver and kidneys that we have to do kind of like a chemotherapy for me to be able to remove the rest of it. So he didn't even remove it all because he couldn't, because it was too sensitive. So I had to like have 2 surgeries within like 10 weeks. Well, what I've learned by living with this illness is that lifestyle and nutrition impacts my disease majorly. Like, I can function now because I've chosen to eat a certain way or live a certain way that I couldn't before. And now I just want to like tell the world how you can feel better and manage your pain, and also hoping to share experience with other people so we can find how the heck we all have it. 1 out of 10 women has it.
How many?
1 out of 10.
Wow.
Like everywhere I go in a setting with new people, there's always at least a couple people that have endometriosis, and I don't understand it. We don't understand this illness, but I'm like determined to figure out what it is. Like, what is it in our genetics or in our world, what we're eating, what we're consuming, or whatever chemicals that are causing all these women to have infertility and issues with pain, you know?
Does it scare you or make you wonder if your daughter will have to deal with it?
Yeah, it does scare me. Like, initially I was kind of worried to have a girl because I know you can pass it on genetically, but I'm believing she's completely healthy. She's not going to have the problem, and I'm going to find the cure before she's big enough to even worry about it. So that's it. Yeah, it sucks though. I'm going to be sharing my life story on this channel. I'm going to be sharing my journey with endo, anything that has to do with health, nutrition, food. We'll make it fun too. Like, I love travel, I love fashion, I love raising my child in a healthy way, and I've learned so much from going through this. I want to just share with you guys how to feel better, how to live healthier, how to overcome fears and pain. So I hope you guys subscribe and, come with this journey with me. Awkward. They're disturbing us. Sluta.